Hi everybody, my name is Sarah Randall. I am from Anaheim, California, and I'm literally 2 miles away from Disneyland. I am a freshman in college and my major is biochemistry with pre-med, so that is like the scienciest of the science people, and I'm like super excited about that. When I was young, like as a kid growing up, I always wanted to be a doctor. That was kind of what I told my parents really early on, and they were kind of astonished. One of the things that kind of made me choose that was that I watched a lot of medical shows as a kid, which they thought I was crazy for doing. But one of the things I saw a lot in the doctors on the medical shows was just I just kind of was interested in the challenge of investigation, just how they were finding ways to fix problems. And as I've learned over time that some of them actually contribute to science through research, which I think is amazing. I mean, who wouldn't want to contribute to scientific discovery and being able to help people through just being able to see how nature works? I just think it's fascinating. And right now I'm considering research in genetic disorders, cancer, possibly even neuroscience. And one of the things about those areas is just that they're parts of medicine that just aren't totally understood. And so I just think there's a lot of pioneering ground there, that there's just a lot of opportunities and possibilities are endless. Let's be honest with each other. 2020 has not been the best year, at all. I remember that at the beginning of this pandemic, I just remember feeling the fear that everyone else was feeling, just about how quickly the virus seemed to have been spreading. I mean, I heard people were dying and the economy was crashing, all at the same time. And it was a mess. I didn't know what was going on, what we were going to do. It was probably one of the most scariest traumatic things of my life. So of course COVID-19, how long it's lasted, it's kind of altered some of the memories of my last year of high school in ways I had to miss prom, grad night was canceled. And I think one of the most devastating things was just not being able to make graduation day, as that was canceled as well. And I was just not able to walk across the stage as, I was really looking forward to growing up, and I know my parents were as well. So it was kind of sad. But COVID-19 hasn't all been bad. I've made some good memories. Graduation was different in that we kind of made a graduation video of the compilation of the lives of all of my classmates in the class of 2020, which I thought was really well made and it was really cool. We kind of listed some highlights about our life in high school and in our lives in general, and it was really just beautiful. And then one of the other things I remember is decorating the car, just with all kinds of cool messages from my parents, and it was kind of one of the fun things that I was able to do in graduation. It's not glamorous, but that's what it was, so I thought it was great. It would definitely have to be Baby Yoda from Star Wars: The Mandalorian series. I know he's not like regular characters like the Disney princesses or any of the other popular Disney movies, but those are all overrated. I mean, look at this. This is where it's at right now. I mean, he was popular the moment he arrived on screen. Whether he's in a cradle, sipping soup, eating frogs, he's just adorable. Plus, he uses the Force. I mean, how can you compete with that? He's the most powerful 50-year-old child I have ever seen, and he's just the best thing that's ever happened to the Star Wars series. If I had to describe myself in a few words, it would be just a naive, quiet, nerdy kid who just wanted to fit in with her friends and basically be the most popular kid in high school, but she definitely couldn't. Despite not being popular, I was definitely one of the smartest kids in my classes, and I was fortunate enough to be able to understand material enough to even help like older classmates that I was taking classes with. So like physics and chemistry, those I always ended up like somehow tutoring my classmates, and I thought that was kind of one of the best things that I was able to do in high school, which I think that was just kind of my superpower that I didn't know about and I didn't really acknowledge, but looking back, I think it was really cool. So looking back, we've actually had quite a few pretty cool vacations. Some of them were out of state, some of them were more local, but whatever we did, we just always seemed to have a good time, and so that was what I enjoyed. I think the best one that we've been able to make was to Ensenada, Mexico, and that one was really different because that was basically my first time like out of the US, and I had also kind of used like some Spanish that even my mom taught me, so it was really an experience. And I think that was kind of one of the best memories I've had. The three things that I probably most want to accomplish in my time at school is A, not failing my classes, B, just being able to make friendships and good relationships with like my teachers and classmates, and C, just being able to get to know myself and my interests. I'll admit that one of the more interesting things that I've learned about myself in my time in college is just on top of like biology and chemistry, I also like computer science and programming, which are kind of slightly removed from that career of biochemistry, but I found that they're also really good skills to have and to use. And then also, I'm not usually like a history person, but I have found that Old Testament history, like from the Bible, it's really fascinating. I think it's because I just really like learning about like a culture, a time period that's just far removed from our own Western culture. And it seems like it's so far off, but still near to us because it's in the Bible. And, you know, just learning about the context of the Bible and the context of history, I think it's just really fascinating.